Let's go get married.
Grant!
What? I mean, let's get Bridget and Crystal married.
Hey there, DreamWorks fanatics. Welcome back to our channel. Are you ready to go through a very colorful adventure? Today, we'll be discussing the most anticipated DreamWorks animated movies on the horizon. So, grab your popcorn cause we're about to dive into the world of Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and believe it or not, the sequel of Chicken Run. But we'll start off with Trolls 3. In one of our previous videos where we talked about upcoming Illumination videos, we included movies made by DreamWorks, and thus some of you remarked that some of the films mentioned in the video are by DreamWorks, not Illumination. We love that you mentioned this, and here is an explanation. Chris owns Illumination, and the Illumination brand is co-owned by Universal Pictures, a section of Comcast, through its wholly owned subsidiary NBC Universal. While NBC Universal owns both DreamWorks Animation and Illumination, the companies have different operations and creative visions. This year, however, Chris, the founder and CEO of Illumination, mentioned that he might be involved in the making of many DreamWorks sequels and spin-offs. In some way, DreamWorks and Illumination might start collaborations in the near future, since both of these companies fall under the umbrella of NBC Universal. The executives within the company may be involved in or know about projects from both studios. So, the owner of Illumination, Chris, who serves as a senior executive at NBC Universal, recently talked about DreamWorks sequels. However, it's worth mentioning that both studios operate independently, focusing on their own projects and creative directions. So, sorry we forgot to mention that in our video. And big thanks to everyone that commented on the issue. Now, back to the much-anticipated Trolls 3. Trolls is a franchise we never knew we needed so much. The film's set to be released November 17, 2023. Hopefully, there will be no more delays. The creators have already released a trailer and a synopsis, and based on the promising trailer, the follow-up will be just as great as its predecessors. Here's a fun fact. This is actually the 5th time a DreamWorks franchise has become a trilogy, following Shrek the Third, Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, Kung Fu Panda 3, and How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. Luckily, most of the incredible cast members return to reprise their role, including Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake, who will make a comeback as Poppy and Branch, respectively. There are some new faces as well: Eric Andre, Kid Cudi, Daveed Diggs, Troye Sivan, Camila Cabello, Amy Schumer, Andrew Reynolds, RuPaul, and Zoshah Mamad joined the cast. So exciting, right? Unlike Trolls 3, Dogman has been in development for longer than it should. Sadly, many DreamWorks projects are put on hold, and it's very likely that most of these films will never see the light of day. Hopefully, Dogman won't be one of those flicks. Back in 2020, DreamWorks announced that the beloved character would be given a screen adaptation, but it looks like the film has been put on hold ever since, as there is no news regarding the film's production. Based on a best-selling graphic novel series, the animated Dogman movie was set to be directed by Peter Hastings, a writer of the 90s hit series like Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. The Hollywood Reporter first announced that DreamWorks is working on a screen adaptation that will be based on the Scholastic graphic novels, which follow the madcap adventures of Dogman, a lovable canine superhero, and his friends, Lil Petey, a curious kitten who embodies love, optimism, and hope, and ADHD, a robot who expresses himself through his best art. A team that calls themselves the Super Buddies. There are, however, some rumors suggesting the film will be released soon. Do you guys think this flick deserves to happen? Let us know before we get into more details regarding Kung Fu Panda 4.
Panda!
I'm not a big fat panda.
I'm the big fat panda.
Kung Fu Panda and Shrek are two of my favorite DreamWorks animated franchises, and I am so happy that both of these franchises will continue. Kung Fu Panda 4 is already confirmed with a March 2024 release date. The fourth installment of the franchise has been in development since 2016, shortly after the release of the third critically acclaimed film. While we're still waiting for more pieces of information regarding the production, the cast ensemble, and of course the plot details, we do know that the film's release date will mark the first feature film of the prolific franchise to be distributed by Universal since Universal's purchase of DreamWorks in 2016. Per report by Empire, this won't be the last Kung Fu Panda film, although a lot of fans believe that the franchise would end with its third film. The creators have always wanted to make this a 6-part franchise. According to DreamWorks animation chief Jeffrey, the third installment left us with many questions and what seemed to be a cliffhanger. So it's only natural that the creators would want to give answers to all of those questions. Jeffrey also talked about other projects that crossed his mind, including sequels to How to Train Your Dragon and Madagascar. There's more animated excellence ahead, and if you're enjoying this fun journey through DreamWorks' upcoming flicks, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon too. This way, you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. Now, let's jump right back into the action. Mice and Mystics, another project we can't wait to see. Sadly, the following news dates back to 2018. DreamWorks Animation was in a bit of a hurry to get the rights to Jerry Hawthorne's board game Mice and Mystics back in 2018. Back then, Variety reported that Alexander was set to direct and co-write the script with Aquaman writer David Leslie Johnson. Vertigo Entertainment's Roy Lee and John Berg were set to produce the film. Mice and Mystics is still getting a screen adaptation, but the project is put on hold, and we expect to hear more updates regarding the project in the following months. For those not familiar, Mice and Mystics is a role-playing game in which players are devoted to the king. They try to escape the twisted villain so they won't be turned into mice imprisoned in a seaside castle. Sounds like a great idea for a film, right? Luckily, rumor has it that we'll see the project soon. The next DreamWorks upcoming film we'll discuss is Ronan Boyle and the Bridge of Riddles, another DreamWorks animation project that's been in development since 2020. Back then, Variety shared that the company had started developing the adventure fantasy Ronan Boyle and the Bridge of Riddles as a movie. Irish director Fergal Riley was set to direct the project. Tom Lennon's Ronan Boyle and the Bridge of Riddles is a 2019 New York Times bestseller that follows a magical world packed with deadly monsters. Ronan Boyle and the Swamp of Certain Death was published the next year, and per a report by Variety, Lennon was set to write the movie script based on his book series. We've come to the much-needed Shrek 5. Oh boy, where do we start? Shrek 5 is without a doubt one of the most anticipated DreamWorks projects in the entire history of the company. It's fair to say that fans are getting more and more impatient for this continuation. When's the release date? Is the entire cast coming back? Are we getting a donkey-led spin-off? We don't have a release date yet, but the CEO of Illumination, Chris, revealed that he wants to do Shrek 5. In an interview with Variety while promoting the release of Super Mario Bros. Movie, he said production on Shrek 5 has officially started. He also confirmed that he has thought about making a donkey-led spin-off. However, he'll make these films under one condition. He wants to gather the entire original cast ensemble. Fair enough. And last but not least is Chicken Run 2 confirmed. Yes, the birds will return to our screen. Chicken Run was released onto the big screen on June 23, 2000, and it became an immediate success, earning over $224 million at the box office. The flick is still one of the most critically acclaimed animated movies, and it's a bit surprising that it took the creators 23 years to do a sequel. Finally, a sequel titled Chicken Run: Dawn of Nugget is releasing on Netflix in November of 2023. The sequel was first announced back in April 2018. And that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your fellow animation enthusiasts. Your support means the world to us. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell icon. Keep dreaming big.